MovieWeb.com.
So first question, I just want to ask you, last time we really got a chance to see you was on the TV show, was on the Two Coreys.
Correct.
So I was wondering how things have been doing, how have you been doing since the show?
Well, thank God, very well. Things are good. Working, so that's always a bonus.
How's it been getting back into working on films? And actually, why, maybe you could talk about American Sunset and why you chose this to be your first new film.
American Sunset was really the kickoff for me back in the features. So great direction by Michael Suji and Frank Molina, my partner, my acting partner. I've never had a chemistry like that with anybody on screen really. I don't know if you want to call him age, maybe older, I don't know. But from the movie I got my own water. No, it was wonderful. And from that I just finished something now called Decisions. And I played like, well, the movie's like Usual Suspects meets Crash, but my character in the movie is like a Denzel Washington from Training Day, in Hawk's Body, like a corrupt cop, really bad. I'm not going to like play anything out of the box, but this was American Sunset was a great movie to film. New Brunswick, and we're in Moncton, Fredericton, small locations. Low budget, independent, and very cool. The way it went, the rewrites, and everything went smooth.
What was it about the script that really you liked and attracted you to the project?
Well, it was the first time I got to play a husband. I was married, so it's a transitional thing for me. The plot was very a thriller, which I've never really done before, like this kind of thriller. And my wife gets taken, 6 clues, 24 hours, and there's a twist at the end, which I'm not going to let out the bag either. But cops won't help, U.S. Embassy or the embassy won't help. I have to hire a bounty hunter, which is Frank, which is Arturo in the movie Arturo. And it was just it was a movie I've never done before. It's a movie I just haven't done that type of film before.
Okay.
So I was really like, here we go. So it was interesting to have a wedding ring on and doing the whole thing. And
do you find that directors have been more open to you now that you're back on the scene and back in the circuit, sort of?
Yes, I'm finding the more I'm respecting myself, the more respect I'm getting from others, and that's a life lesson too, which I'm learning. But on set, much more open. But sometimes it's what they want, they need. So I usually go more than what they need, and then they tone me down. That's just me.
Right.
But I'm finding less is more. So this was, for me, I feel like this was a breakthrough movie for me. A good start. My director's calling it a comeback for me, as well as my boss is here. So I'm very honored about that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
Great.
It's good.
If you don't mind, just want to ask you a couple other questions about the rest of sort of your career. We recently, actually last week, had an opportunity to talk to Corey Feldman, and he had mentioned that you guys had sort of had a reconciliation of things since the show. And I know that he's executive producing Lost Boys 3, and so I was just curious if there was any chance you might be involved in that, if there's been any talk of that yet.
I'm not in Lost Boys 3.
Okay.
There's talk of they want to, I think, do one every year. It's like Twilight or the Moon or whatever. So I don't know what's going to happen in Lost Boys 4, but I don't think anybody can ever touch Lost Boys 1. To be honest with you, I think it was not to be reckoned with, and it was. But it's Lost Boys, which I love to death.
What was your feeling about Lost Boys 2? I know you were involved a little bit in it. Were you disappointed with the way it turned out?
It's really hard to say about Lost Boys 2. But it's like I said, it's sometimes you don't want to touch something that's pure and then unpurify it.
Right.
There's very few sequels. Lethal Weapon is a good example. Great sequels. Home Alone 2 is an okay sequel. But Lost Boys 2, I think could have been a lot different and a lot better. But my hat's off to the cast and the crew. They did their best. And, sometimes people just find a commodity that they want to work with and go forward. And they did.
Is there anything that could bring you back? Is there anything that might happen? Are there any changes that they might make that you would consider?
Lost Boys 4 now.
Okay.
Yeah, they want to come back. something like that. So I'm honored. That would be an honor. I love the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Love it. Our prop room is as big as this restaurant, you know? It was amazing. It brings back a lot of memories. I'm very happy for Corey that he's going to do that. And, you know, we'll be partners forever.
How do you feel about sort of, you know, it's touched so many different generations, and I know vampires are so big right now in the culture, and it's really, a new audience is finding it. How do you feel about that?
You know, Lost Boys is a timeless movie. It's, I don't think it ages. That's just me. You know, a lot of people tend to agree that it's just a cult movie that doesn't age. So, I'm very, I couldn't ask for a better movie that, you know, Lost Boys 1. I mean, that's, you know, I don't think Lost Boys 2 touched Lost Boys 1. Right. You know, but again, back in the day, and a wonderful movie to film. Very, very fun, a lot of work. You know, we had the greatest set decorator, Bill Welch. Unbelievable. You know, the house, we filmed in Santa Cruz, from Santa Cruz to Warner Brothers. Stage 15 was the house and all the bedrooms. And then stage 12 was the cave, which was unbelievable. We used to eat lunch in the cave and just like, oh, wow, look at this place, you know. It was it's an incredible experience.
Is that what you're maybe most proud of? Maybe that and Lucas, or?
Well, Lucas is what I'm very proud of. A Time to Live, where I worked with. I had the honor to work with Liza Minnelli and Jeff Demand played my pop. True story, you know, about a kid. Rest in peace, Peter Weiss. I had to portray him, and he actually had muscular dystrophy, so I had to learn how to walk, and I watched videotape after videotape after videotape, and it was very interesting to do something like that. And that was Lucas in that movie. I'm blown away, I think. Were probably like real pieces for me, you know, really good pieces that I was very proud of to do.
Awesome.
I was honored to be in too, so.
Yeah. And then finally, what do you think is the biggest misconception about Corey Haim? What's the biggest thing that you sort of want to maybe set the record straight?
Well, not to set the record straight. I mean, you know, I can't blame anybody for what I've done in the past, but the past is the past. That's why it's called the past, is to leave it there. And it's being left. A lot of, you know, it's I'd say about 70 good, 30, and people like bringing it up. I mean, if you go to Google, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's all, you know, it's pictures of me when I'm on Licensed Joe. I'm 17, 30, almost 38 now, so, you know, just people tend to bring up the past and integrate it with my future now, and it's an incorrect inconsistency, and I'm just not sick of it, but I'm just tired of it. So I just move on and go to the next person. How are you? I want to talk about that. Let him dwell on it. You know, I can't dwell on it. I've moved on.
But you're looking forward to the future and continuing to make movies?
Oh yeah, present and future, my life.
Awesome. Corey, thank you so much.